So Jason, how'd you come to be on Sugar Mountain?
It came through a mutual friend who was friends with our director Richie, and she.
Are you talking about Kim?
No, her name's Angela Pratt. She's out of Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
I think his next movie he's gonna be doing with her. So, I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But they talked about me, and then she called me up and said, "Hey, there's this movie," and she sent it to me, and then.
What'd you think when you read the script?
I liked it. I really like Joe Bright. I think. I never played anyone like Joe Bright yet, so.
What's he like?
Well, I grew up in Iowa, so I'm not going to be playing like, it's not that he's a hick or a hillbilly or something like that. He's just a good old country boy that's, being that I'm Hawaiian, I'm not going to play these more whiter,
You're not a
roles like
vanilla
that.
guy.
Yeah, and so, that he could be a little bit native, he could be, but he's definitely the backwoods Alaskan boy, and he's just, he's a man's man. And, I really liked his personality, sense of humor, where he's got a real guttural laugh, and he's a drinker, and gets into a lot of trouble, and he'll get himself arrested to go in and beat someone up in jail, and he's just...
So he's a thinking man. This guy's brain rolling.
Yeah. And that was fun to me. So that resonated with me the most, playing someone like that. And I think really super impressed with Richie and the production and the whole crew, because I've never been on something quite this small that is running faster and better and quality wise is something big. And he's he shows the dailies every Saturday, which is really cool. I've only done that with my film, and you don't really see that a lot, and I think it brings up a camaraderie between the cast and the crew and everyone, and they get to see, normally a crew shoots something and they don't get to see it until it comes out. And it's really fun to go like, oh, they bled and they hiked up those mountains to get those shots, and I think it's respectful that he's doing that.
So you guys shot today in the jail. What was that like?
It was awesome. I'm sore. I'm sure he's going to be a lot more sore. But I get arrested, I go in there and I basically interrogate him and beat the snot bubbles out of him.
That had to be fun. How long did you guys spend crafting that one up?
Pretty much
from like... Or did you use a stunt double?
No, I don't, and he didn't either. And it's about 11 o'clock we started, and we ended at a little bit after 3. A little bit before 3, so it was great. I've never... he's the smallest guy I've ever, slapped around, but he wanted to be slapped, and so I slapped him, and half, hurt him. But it's definitely, after that many takes, it's being, I took my shoe off and just decided to start slapping him on the back, and he's just getting whipped. And rub his face in the bars. And
so you had a good day today.
I did, but it's, you do it, 12 times, you're beat, the adrenaline goes, and then you constantly got to be, it's not so much the action, it's keeping your intensity up, being in it, and mentally accomplishing what you want to do. So I'm definitely going to take a little nap after this interview.
So when you were a young lad thinking I want to be an actor when I grew up, is this the kind of role you were looking for?
Oh no, I didn't grow up thinking I want to be an actor. It kind of just came that way. I was a marine biologist and then transferred over to be a wildlife biologist. I would have liked to be up here and hanging out with animals, studying them.
How'd you get to be an actor then?
I was just in the right place, right time. And I was in Hawaii and the show came, and it's just a bit of a whim. I'm a bit of a character anyway, so I don't know, it just kind of worked out. And then I fell in love with that. I fell in love with the idea that you get to study life, and it can be all these different types of things. And I'm a bit ADD, so it's fun to play all different types of things and travel the world and meet, really, really cool people and see beautiful places. I mean, I trip out every time I walk out the door and I see those mountains. I'm like, I spent a little bit of my time in Colorado, and you're just like, wow, these are big mountains, and it's beautiful. It's living in a postcard over here.
So you're thinking you want to come back someday and film?
I wouldn't mind doing one of my films up here.
I hear you doing one on some guys in the mountains. I think we have some mountains here that might work out for you.
They might work out, yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your film.
It's called Road to Paloma. It's about a man, it's a road movie, and it's kind of about a man saying goodbye to his life, because he takes revenge on this man who hurt his family, and so he ends up having to be on the run, and it's about him kind of saying goodbye to his life. All the things he can't have: love, friendship, family, because he obviously took revenge on this something that was an injustice, and those are the costs he has to pay. So.
What was it about that script that really appealed to you?
We wrote it because of the rapes that were happening on the Native American reservations. It was there's a loophole where a non-native can come on and commit a crime. Even if tribal law arrests them and catches them in the act, it still has to go to federal court, and federal court's just too busy with terrorist acts and homeland security. It's like 65% of the cases get tossed, and those are like little small like rapes and things like that. It's disgusting and messed up that this even exists. So after I read about 3 of those articles in the New York Times, I was like, if you know, being a father, a son, a grandson, a husband, if someone were to mess with women or children in my life, and then the law didn't take care of it, what would I do? And I wanted to make a movie not about the act of doing it, it's all about after. So it's 6 months after it's happened, and you're finding out why this character's kind of on the run. And you slowly find out what he did. And, you know, he's had 6 months on the run by himself, not talking to anyone, and he's just like, you're going to go to jail, you're going to be on the run, or you're going to die. And, you know, he's already done one for long enough, so you're going to, and at the same time, these federal marshals are after him, unbeknownst to him. So it's not so much of a chase movie, it's more of it's like his voluntary release, you know. He's going back to get his mom's ashes and then take her up to this lake, which we shoot up in the Sierras. Not nearly as big as these, but still pretty good.
Pretty cool. So we were talking before the break about your last film, which I understand is going into post-production, but you guys are getting geared up to do another one. What's that one like?
Oh no, we're actually done with that one. It comes out July 15th. We're done. So it'll be out July 11th in LA and New York, and July 15th it will be on VOD and you can get it in Alaska.
Very, very cool. The name of it again?
Road to Paloma.
And the next film you're working on?
The next one is script's done. It's called, tentatively right now, it's called Enemy in the Valley. But it's a period piece based in Hawaii in the 1890s. And it's a true story. And Jack London actually did a story on it. But it's kind of in a little secret right now. But it's next couple of years, because it's around $10 million to do. So I'm going to wait a while.
Makes sense. You seem to be drawn towards stories that reflect your heritage. Is that a touchback to growing up in Hawaii?
Well, you know, I grew up in Hawaii, but also most of it I grew up in Iowa. I feel like I love Last of the Mohicans, I love Braveheart, I love Apocalypse, I love that native story. There hasn't been one done in Hawaii, and there's not too many Hawaiian actors. So, I mean, I would like to make one and direct that, and there's some things that haven't been told and some stories that haven't been told, and so that's why that one. Road to Paloma, I just always want to make a road movie. I like 5 Easy Pieces. I love that movie, and just like those old 70s road movies that I'm like, that's why I wanted to make that.
How did you go today?
One of the best shoots I've ever had.
I spent the night in that jail.
No shit.
Yeah, they gave me an extra cushions, and they gave me Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead to read, and I spent the night in jail.
For what? What was it?
I was on the city council, so that's just one of the things you do is you see what our facilities are like.
Yeah, just over there. Over there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Went to the boat. We did the same thing at the boat harbor. We went through all of the different services the city had, so you get a first-hand look of what it's really like,
Right.
instead of people just telling you. And
Right.
then when you make decisions, you got a better understanding of what's really going on.
That's nice.
Although I was rather hershey.
That was pretty cushy in that jail. I was like, this is a really nice jail.
Well, it's okay to have a really nice jail.
It is good. The bad
It's
people
better
inside.
than the alternative.
Oh, it's not so bad in there. How you doing?
I know here in Alaska, we have Hawaii is our little sister,
Right.
so to speak, and we share, especially with the Aleutian people, a very strong cultural tie with the Polynesian people.
Sure.
A lot of those stories aren't being told or have not been told for thousands of years. Do you think the time is right for them to hit the screen?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, movies and what's going to continue and what matters is sitting around a fire telling stories. And you can blow up as much shit as you want to and put as much 3D or whatever you want, but all that matters is story. You can pretty up a shot, but you need to have good storytelling. And, you know, All tribes have it, and I think yeah, we should perpetuate that, continue on. I'm going to.
When you're looking at a place to set your film, what are the things you look for?
I just places that move me, and what it calls for. You want it, the location to be a character and in the movie and really stand out, whether it be grand like this or something is playing in the desert and you want to be minute and be down in those little small details. Just whatever it plays perfectly for the character in the piece. Yeah.
Do you look at tax incentives at all?
I don't, but fortunately for me, I look at the places that I like Detroit is amazing backdrop. We wanted to shoot one. Alaska would be amazing. There's some places in Canada that are still amazing, and they just happen to be good tax incentives. Shooting up here would be amazing, so I'd like to do one, my own up here. The people are cool. I think Seward is it's a fantastic place. Everyone's super cool and welcoming, and I just went to this is not a question, but I was gonna share with you. It's just cool because everyone. I was in Safeway and some guy comes up to me and goes, "Dude, he's freaking out a little bit about Game of Thrones." I'm like, "Okay, it's alright. You want to get a picture?" And he's like, "No, man, I got a really dumb question. Would you mind coming to our Game of Thrones potluck party? We've been doing it for the last 4 years." And I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go on a boat ride and go see the orcas and things like that." And he's like, "Well, you know, we're gonna do it at 7 or 8, so if you could come by, it'd be awesome. There's gonna be a lot of people over there." And I was like, "Okay, I'll try. Just give me your number." So I give me a number, and we come in from the boat at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and I was like, just hanging out with the locals at the Yukon or whatever, and I'm like, "Shit, dude, let's call this guy up. Let's go over there." So we get a car, we go over there, and yeah, there's like 20-some people there. They're all cooking from they have a Game of Thrones cookbook, so they make all the food for the show. I was like, I'll just be sitting in my hotel room, not doing really anything, and make some people happy. And it was really cool to be just give aloha back. You know what I mean? Like everyone was really nice here, and they don't. It's not overbearing, and it's really welcoming. You feel like you're home. So.
What was it like when you opened the door? What was the face?
Their faces. It's pretty funny because people want to go like. They want to yell and scream, but then they keep it contained, and then like they don't say anything really. So it like kind of goes in too much. I'm like, and then someone was late, and so I came to the door and answered the door, and she just like looked, and you just see it on her face, and she, there's 20 people looking at her now, and so she's got to, contain herself. Yeah.
So they're not the wild crazy fans you find elsewhere.
It was needless to say, they were amazing, and they were really welcoming. I had a great time.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.